Yemen, one of the most conservative countries in the Middle East. In this deeply traditional nation, women are almost invisible, and for generations, they've had no say. In 2011, as the Arab Uprising spread throughout the region, hundreds of thousands of Yemenis came out in protest. Surprisingly, women were at the forefront of the demonstrations which overthrew the former President Ali Abdullah Saleh and his government. One of those who took part was Yemeni. She did it behind her family's back and was ostracized when they found out. We met her back at the square where the uprising started.
We lost a lot of people. Personally, I lost 6 of my friends who died, and they were dreaming about future for Yemen, good future for Yemen, for their children, for good life for their families, and this has not happened.
Part of the reason why women took to the streets here was to help other women that are voiceless. The reality is women in Yemen lead restricted lives. The vast majority can't read and write. It is very difficult for women to buy property, and more than half of them are forced to get married when they're still very young. For the majority of women, nothing much has changed. Yemen has been a male-dominated society for centuries. Boys are taught from a very early age that it's the men who control every aspect of life here. There's a conservative religious majority, and it's reluctant to see more women in public life. One person trying to change this is the editor of a leading newspaper. She was also at the forefront of the 2011 demonstrations.
Life is difficult in Yemen as it is. During transition, life is harder than it was. And there are people who don't want change to happen for real because their best interests are threatened by change.
And if anyone needs change, it's this family. We met Amna. Her family's desperately poor and heavily in debt. All 3 of her daughters were married off before their 14th birthday. She says she had to do this to pay off her debts. The youngest for just £140.
We didn't have a choice. We're very poor and my husband is sick. What do you want him to do? Beg in the street?
Are you angry at your parents? Why?
I didn't want to get married, but they made me do it anyway.
But they say that the conditions are very difficult for them. They don't have enough money. What do you say to them?
They shouldn't have done it. The men who came here to marry me and my sisters, they know we're poor, and my parents won't do anything to stop it. All I wanted to do was finish school and become a doctor.
For Yemen's human rights minister, stopping child marriage is a priority.
Many girls, they get also married in the age of 9, 10, 11, when they are very, very young, and they cannot bear the responsibility of marriage. From the intercourse to sometimes if they are 15 or 14, they can get pregnant, and some of them die.
Child marriage is just one of many challenges women face here. There's a long road ahead before they see the progress they demanded during the Arab Uprising. The hope is that the next generation of girls will have a chance for a better future. Shaimaa, Khalil, BBC News, Yemen.